Mississippi Camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasami, Hawashai, Bahasham, Kahakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Well, peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right. Today I want to go into a topic. Basically, look, it's rough out here, but change is coming. It's rough out here, but change is coming. What do I mean by that? Shalom to the Akim who are tuning into this live stream. Okay? But what do I mean by that? It's rough out here, but change is coming, man. All right, every brother and sister in this truth, you've been allotted suffering. Now, I've chimed in to the weekly live stream that Elder Apostle Gabar and Bishop Sakaran would do, and I was able to chime in and get a bit of it, but the part that I was able to get, it was beneficial for my spirit as well, needed for my spirit, and it was basically, look, suffering is a part of our lives. Suffering is a part of our life, man, and it's bitter is better, bitter is better. And that's something I've learned, in life, and we've always been taught that in the truth. A life of bitterness is better, all right? First of all, it sobers your ass up because ignorance is bliss. So if ignorance is bliss, that means to have knowledge is much grief. It tells you in Sirach 7, wisdom, I think it's, I'm not Sirach, I'm sorry, Ecclesiastes, with much wisdom is much grief. With much wisdom is much grief. That's bitterness, man. What you learn when it comes to the inner man and when it comes to salvation, bitter is better. Now the coping mechanism, that's a lot. Now that coping mechanism for that bitterness, is his comforter, it's his word. But when it comes to, daily bullshit, daily vexations, because it's all spirits. What it really is, you're in this truth, and the spirits are out to get you. They bad at your ass. So when it comes to disrespect or just things you tolerate, it's really just the spirits are angry at you, man. You rousing up the spirits. Because even though if a person doesn't really know who you are, the spirits know who you are, man. Unfortunate circumstances that happen with your car and all that, those are all spirits. Those are demons, man. It plays out in the physical. It plays out in what they call the third dimension. It's something physical, but it's always activated in the spirit world, man. So, I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. Like, bitter is better because it's conducive to your salvation. Just by being, when you're bitter in this kingdom, and it's speak about a desired accomplishment. If you've been refraining yourself spiritually in this kingdom, you didn't live it up in this kingdom, you didn't sell out or cash out of this kingdom, right? And that makes the salvation so much sweeter. If you really endured and you were patient in this kingdom, it makes what's the word? It makes salvation so much sweeter. Even hearing about, World War III or Jacob's Trouble or the digital ID, it's joy. It's joy. That's the art in it. That's the science in it. If you refrain, and when you finally get what you want, it tastes so much sweeter. If you wait until the end of the week to buy your dessert, to buy your dainty, it's so much sweeter. You wait to a certain time to drink. I'm not telling brothers how to move. I'm just using this as an example. If you wait to a certain time to drink, that liquor tastes fucking sweet, man. It's great, If you don't snack all day, if you wait to the end of the day or at least the afternoon to eat a full meal, You could taste every flavor, every savory aroma, everything, man. Just from waiting. Everything is better when you wait. Everything is better when you wait, man. So that suffering is worth it. You ever went on a fast and you broke the fast with, say, watermelon? Oh, watermelon that's in season? Oh, man, there's nothing better. There's nothing better, you know what I mean? You know? Breaking the fast, something sweet. Breaking, you know what I mean? So there's nothing better, man. See? So suffering is conducive to our salvation. And it's a manifest token, according to the scriptures, that we are getting judged. And the sweetness of this suffering, the sweetness of the bitterness, ironically, is that, and that is ironic because there's a sweetness to the bitterness, all right? No pun intended. But the sweetness to the bitterness is that it's proof that we're being judged. So when it's time for the world to be judged, when it's time for 2/3 of our people to be judged, we're going to live it up, man. So a lot of things that you desire, the Most High has it pending, meaning you can't access it yet because you're still in the judging process. You're still in the chastisement process, you know. So part of your life could be that the Most High kept certain things from you. He kept you from making a certain amount of money. He kept you from having access to certain women, you know, but it kept your spirit in straits, and it ultimately kept your mind focused. All right, but when it's time to put down the plow, you know, when we can no longer get on the internet, we can no longer get on the highways and the byways. All right, and the Most High raises up that standard, man. The things that you're deprived of, you're going to have. The things that you are deprived of, you are going to have, man. You see? So it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait, man. All right? Point blank, period. But like I said, everything is so much sweeter when you have to wait on it, when you're in a state of deprivation, and then you can receive access to it. You know? Good things happen for those who wait, man. And we can fathom with our carnal minds what the kingdom is actually going to hold. But, you know, Most High gives us glimpses. Scripture says, "I have not seen, nor the ear have heard," man. You know, just the, you know, we know about the spiritual power. We know about the innumerable multitude of women. We know about that, but just even the details, man. It's just to wake up and feel restored. I mean, I know it's minute, but just to wake up and feel arrested. You know, even something minuscule like that, just to wake up and feel arrested. You know, just to wake up. Make sure I give me like a little shot, like a ginger shot or something, some Eric shot. But wake up and feel arrested, man. Wake up and pursue the Psalm 149 to have servants. Just imagine a world where you wake up and everybody works for you. Hey, Shalom, Malak, Yahweh, Bahashim, Shai, Barakatah. You know, just imagine waking up in the world and you have servants. You know, I still believe coming to America. I mean, I think that was ultimately, like, but why did the Most High put the spirit on those directors to make those movies, man? You know, Prince Hakeem, I think that was Eddie Murphy's character's name. He had servants to brush his teeth. He had servants to brush his teeth, man. You know, he had women to bathe him, you know. But most importantly, when you are a king, you are a ruler, your job is to judge. You're going to be a judge. Even on this side, a judge is honorable. You have an Israelite man, if he's a judge, he gets pulled over by the police, and they find out he's a judge. I mean, he's going to get more respect in most cases. You know? So even on this side, a judge is honorable. You know? But before we get to that point, we have to go through this point. And the point that we have to go through is the point of hell. But like they say, it's the point of no return, in the sense that once we cross this bridge, where it's water on one side and fire on the other side, once we cross that bridge, we're willing through the spirit, man. Once we cross that fucking bridge, we don't have to go back. You know, the Most High raises us up. He lifts up that standard. You know, and ultimately, when we get delivered, man, we don't have to go back to this shit, man. Everything in Babylon is bad, man. I was just watching a video. I sent it out to the brothers. Like, all these signs of low testosterone. I'm like, damn, man, Esau jacked us up. You know, this is just in the body. And half of the shit we can't help. Like, yeah, you try not to, you don't want to drink out of plastic, or, you don't want to eat junk food, of course, but like environmental shit, man. I think we're breathing in microplastics, if I'm not mistaken, man. This environmental shit is messed up, man. You know? All these body deformities, or you realize that a lot of your shit is rooted in low testosterone or poor blood circulation, or maybe it's a parasite. It's all type of bullshit, but it's the result of living here, man. You shouldn't have to take all these different pills to correct your body. Although the herbs are for correcting the body. Esau compartmentalizes the fucking... First of all, he has the information. So for a lot of us, it wasn't until the last 20 years, 15 years, 10 years that we knew that we were supposed to even take herbs. Because prior to that, Jake was just going to Esau. And that was bullshit. He was going to a damn witch, man. But the point is, all right, is that the point is, man, bitter. We're here enduring bitterness, but it's going to get better, man. All right, and we have to endure this bitterness. And any sign of World War III, wars and rumors of wars, or any sign of chaos is good for us, man. Only the mercy of the Lord keep us going, man. It only makes sense. There's nothing that we're really doing. It's just the mercy of Yahweh Bahashim outside. But I hope this is of edification. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim outside, Bahashim Chahakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing, cut the weathers, to the house of David the elect. All right. Abba Baal, Kum Yashala, Shalom.